is the Northstars Show. I'm your host, Bruce Krentz. Behind the camera, Paul Anderson, heading down to Kings of Leon in just a couple of days. He cannot wait to get this episode down. Big country music fan, but taking one for the team here because his girlfriend wants to go check out KOL. I wish I was on my way down there too. Joining me, one of the brothers, highest scoring brother combination in North Star history. You guys are like the Gretzkys.
I didn't know that.
You do now. Justin, a lot of goals.
Oh, yeah.
Jord, few.
A few.
Did all right.
Nice penalty shot.
Absolutely. Oh, killer. What a North Star classic. And joining me is Jamie Valentino. Got your first one on the weekend. Parkland was down here. Talk us through that goal.
We were on the power play, and their D rimmed it, and I was on the point, and I just kind of picked it up on the half wall and just walked in and just took a slap shot, and it went in.
Just ripped it like you'd done it 100 times before. Must have felt pretty good to get that goal. I know you've been around the rink here. You've been around this room a lot. Stick boy, your parents both pretty involved, and your brothers played. So feel pretty good to get that first goal, monkey off the back.
Yeah, I think it'll be a lot better now.
And so far, so good this year. I know you're a rook on the team. Are they treating you all right?
Not bad.
Didn't win Rookie Idol.
No, I was pretty bummed about that.
Yeah. Yeah, the rumor is it was a walk on Rookie Idol. Tell us what else happened this weekend. There was more than just you scoring. So Friday night game, how did that one go?
It wasn't bad. We lost 6-5. Mitchell Reed had 2 goals. Henry had 1. Foe scored his first, and so did Freddie.
So good game. I thought you guys were generating lots of offense. Just kind of got caught up in that 3 quick goals, and then couldn't quite claw your way back. You think that's a fair way to look at it? The rest of the game, I thought you played with them.
Yeah, I'll say that. That's about right.
And Saturday night, not quite so much offense from you guys. You got your 1 goal. Mitchell got one early in the game. What else did you think of that game?
I don't know. Our power play wasn't working very well, and that's about it, I think. Not the best defense.
Yeah, I thought so, and I thought Melstead, even though he gave up 6 in the first game, I thought he played really good all week.
He always plays good.
He is dynamite, absolutely. You're wondering what I got on under the coat today?
Yeah.
Straight black today because of Tom Petty. Tom Petty passed away. It's pardon the pun, but it's a bit of a heartbreaker that he's gone. I'm a huge fan of his music. I know. I think it's a little bit young for a lot of the North Stars here, but I was just going to say, I bet you the garage over at your place has pumped out a little bit of Tom Petty in its day.
More than likely.
Your mom taught you well. Yeah, Tom Petty, bummer that we lost him, so I'm going all black today on that one. Coming up on the show, 2-on-1, couple guys from the PAW. We got Branden Hill and Chase Muswagon, 2 guys teaming up on Branden. That one turned out pretty good, I thought. We got Matt Steeves, president of minor hockey, talking about what's going on. The Wolves get to play in House League this year. Bet you wish it was that way last year.
Oh, yeah. I miss House League.
Big time. Everybody does. Point night every night at House League. So good for them, and good interview with Matt. And we talked to Coach James Buchanan as well. Thanks for joining me. That's what just happened here. It's Jamie Valentino. This is the North Star. Coach Buchanan, we're coming off the home opener weekend. A couple of losses. To me, it looked a little bit like Jekyll and Hyde. The first night, goals were coming, points were coming. The second night, guys were trying hard, but they just weren't. What do you think?
Yeah,
was I on base? Is that where the coaches were at too?
No, that's a fairly good assessment. Well, the first period of the home opener was a little bit of a free-for-all. You blink and you miss it. We got out to the quick start and potted the first one, and then we fell asleep a little bit, and they got 2 quick ones, and then we're in a position where we're trying to play catch up again, so that's never where you want to be, but we managed to claw it back, had it 3-3 with 5 or so minutes left, and then we give up a heartbreaker there with 6 seconds left in the first period, so we were going in with a deficit and couldn't claw our way back out of that one, so really, you got to be better defensively. You score 5 goals in a hockey game, that should be enough to win, most nights. But unfortunately, on that night, 5 wasn't enough, so we just got to be a little bit better defensively. And then, moving into Saturday, I thought we played fairly well in the first and the third, but we took a little bit of a nap in the second period, spotted them 4 goals, and that's all you wrote.
Yeah, for sure. Third period was good, just couldn't, too little, too late, I thought. Blues and Golds, we're going to remember it again this week, so that's pretty good. We missed a couple weeks with that. Some of the Blues, other than not getting enough goals?
Well, the Blues, you caught me off guard. I thought we were going to go with the goals here.
Oh, yeah, well, you want to start with Golds?
Well, yeah, Mitchell Reed, he had a good week offensively for us. I thought Braden Melstead played well in net when he needed to there. Made the saves that he had to make, but again, we got to be better defensively and not give them prime opportunities to score. They're going to capitalize on that every time. Otherwise, good turnouts both nights, so that was nice to see. And the boys used that emotion, intensity to bring their games up a little bit there, so those were good things. Not so good, but we didn't get the win, obviously, either night. Lost the shot battle on Saturday's game. We did manage to outshoot them on Friday night's game by a few, but fell a little bit short there Sunday, or Saturday. So, we need to be a little bit better there.
Yeah, for sure. Power play 2 on Friday night was good. 2 for 6, I think, so the guys were kind of clicking there.
Yeah, they got out to it early and often. We said, you know what, you got to get the puck to the net when you got a shooting lane, and a couple of quick one-timers, and they found the back of the net. Sometimes you just got to get it there. You don't have to hammer it.
Tell me about it. That's the way I've been playing hockey for 40 years.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be hard, just in the right spot. So we've got a couple days of practice here, and then we've got home games again coming up this weekend. What are some of the things you're working on in practice this week?
Yeah, we got the Yellowhead Chiefs coming into town. They're usually a pretty fast-skating, good puck-moving team, so we're going to have to be ready to match character, keep it up-tempo, lots of speed, footwork, get the pucks to the net, make sure we got traffic coming. Be always nice to see an ex-player coming back through town, so we got Jeremy Dukowicz will be there, and his brother Tanner's playing with the team as well, so it'll be a bit of a homecoming for them.
Yeah, and hopefully a hard landing, I think, is what we're shooting for. It was really nice to see the guys bounce back with all those goals on Friday night after not doing very well on the weekend before that. So I think we're looking for big things, some big scoring, and hopefully the crowds are big again too. I was pleasantly surprised Saturday, thinking it might drop off, but good numbers Saturday night.
Yeah, no, well, hopefully it holds true. The Friday night, Saturday night thing. It's definitely better from our perspective. Getting a little bit more rest and in between the games, as well as getting that Sunday off, is pretty important for the guys to take advantage and rest up when you're at home. You don't have to be worried about traveling and hurting on the bus and all of that kind of stuff. So hopefully we can take advantage and be ready to play this weekend.
We want to see you Friday, Saturday night. We're selling new merch too. Look at this. This sweatshirt looks like $1 million. Come on down and get your merch, but more importantly, come and support the Northstars this weekend down here at the CNSBIT Arena. This is a minor hockey moment, a chance for us to explore all of the little bits and pieces, the nooks and crannies, the ins and the outs of minor hockey in Thompson. Joining me today, Matt Steeves, president of minor hockey. Second year or third year?
Second year this year, yes.
Second year at the helm, and we're basically up and running now. We just passed Thanksgiving, so House League will be starting this week. How do our numbers look?
Our numbers this year are a little low. It's to be expected a little bit with what's going on with the city. But we're hoping that people are going to start coming out a little more in the younger groups. Otherwise, it's strong all the way through.
And same as most years, I'm guessing we got a whole bunch of novice, Adam, and then it starts to drop off a little bit numbers-wise. Is that how we're looking?
This year here, our novice is a little lower than it should, but our Adam and Pee Wee are very, very strong. Our Bantam group's getting bigger and bigger, and our midget group's still pretty big.
On. So things are still looking pretty good for Thompson minor hockey. Every year, a little bit of the discussion is around what do you do with the AA players? And I went through this with my kids. I went through it as a player. Do they play up? Do they play with their age group? Where are we at this year? What's going on with the AAs?
Well, so this year, as with every year, what we do is we take the kids that make the AA teams, so your Adam AA, Pee Wee AA. We give them the opportunity if they choose to play up in the next division, not as a team, but as an individual. And then they sign a form and they play up, and most of them do very well.
Yeah, you guys started doing that a few years ago, and I think it's a brilliant way to handle that because there's some kids that are ready for that and some that aren't quite, right? And so to me, it feels like a good solution.
Well, it helps with the skill levels. It helps these kids get a little challenged and want to be as fast as the best kid out there.
Yeah. And we have another interesting situation, I think, that's come up in the last couple of years with the Bantam AAA program, where these guys are registered with Manitoba Minor Hockey, something they're not really Thompson Minor Hockey kids. They're playing on a regional team, which is a great development opportunity for them, but they sort of miss out on House League, I think. How are we dealing with that this year?
Well, over the few years, they've been trying to do different things with this. Excellent program. Helps
Fantastic.
our
Yeah,
kids
absolutely.
out. Skill-wise, I mean, we watch them day in and day out practicing, and they put a lot of effort into it. So over the few years, Winnipeg Minor Hockey and Hockey Manitoba come to an agreement where we can allow them to play in our house league. Once these kids are double or AAA kids, they can't double roster. Male program's a single roster only. So in single roster, that means that they can't be rostered in any other division. What the agreement is now we allow them to roster in our house league, and Winnipeg Minor Hockey knows this, and they just they accept it. Gentleman's agreement with it.
Perfect. I think it's a great way to solve it because, I mean, those kids, like you say, what an amazing opportunity to play at a regional level, but they sort of miss out on a bunch of ice time during the week, right? So this way they get a little bit more skating in and keep their skills going.
Well, it really helps them tune in their skills, practice what they're learning, and develop as a player. They still need to play hockey, so grassroots is where it's at, and that's where they develop their skill.
Top marks to Winnipeg, too, for realizing that really the best thing around is to get the kids on the ice, right? Whether they're from Thompson, Winnipeg, Flin Flon. Oh, we don't like Flin Flon. I'm just kidding. The show plays in Flin Flon. We love Flin Flon. But we want, overall, we want kids to develop and enjoy hockey, right?
Absolutely.
So
you know what? It's supposed to be a life sport. We're supposed to be teaching these kids things about life, not only hockey and life outside of hockey. So multi-sport and long-term player development is what we want to do, and to keep them involved in sports and not out doing bad things is what we need to do to be a better association.
Absolutely. No, it's a great thing. We've got a few special events coming up this year, maybe not as many as years past, but what do we got coming up this winter in terms of something a little different than just House League?
We have our normal memorial tournaments coming up every year. Our Mun Cup again this year, big tournament every year.
Ooh,
yeah.
Barely wait.
Yeah, it's always good teams that come out. We have our Manitoba Games this year, which unfortunately takes a little bit away from our provincials. It's the same 2 weekends as our provincials, so very hard for us to host that. But the Winter Games are coming. That's a great event for the city, and we hope to see lots of hockey and other sports go on here in our association, our region, I should say.
Yeah, Manitoba Games coming March 4th to 10th. We just sort of did a crossover on the Northstars Show last week where we had Kathy Valentino on talking about it, had all the guys in their sweatshirts. So 4th to 10th, they're coming up. www.manitobagames.ca is the place to volunteer. But like you say, it kind of takes a bite out of the minor hockey schedule. It takes up 2 weekends and basically a whole week. Now, are we going to see a lot of Thompson kids in the hockey part of that? Can you explain that a bit?
From what I know, we may not. The teams are picked from Winnipeg. They're picked by either the Hockey Manitoba Association or the Winter Games Committee. We will have a Northern or Norman team, but there may not be Norman players on it.
And that's sort of the focus of the games is elite athlete development, which is great again, right? You can't argue with this. The Manitoba Games are preparing kids for the Canada Games and for Olympics and things like that. But unlike some of the Manitoba Games maybe that we've seen in the past where you or I could sort of stroll up and pick a sport and give it a shot, you have to be an elite athlete right now to be in the games, right? And so that's kind of where we're at with the games.
That's the direction I think they're taking, is to prepare these kids for future achievements in other areas. The Canada Games is the next step for them.
Yeah, big stepping stone. Switching over sort of to the minor hockey board, you're at the helm of the ship. Do we have all of our spots filled? If I'm dying to volunteer with the Thompson Minor Hockey, can I still get in with you?
Bruce, we can take you anytime. Absolutely. We have a couple spots available. Absolutely. One of the biggest spots that we have right now is the Mun Cup coordinator. Mun Cup can never go without him. It's a big part of our association. And it's a big part of Thompson hockey. I mean, Mun Cup's been around for a long time. Yeah, and our other position that we have on the board is for the,
Check the website.
Check the website.
Check the notes. Check the notes. In the meantime, if you want to be the Mun Cup coordinator, we'd love to hear from you, but you got to fill Karen Cormier's shoes. That's not easy. I bet she'd help you, though, if you asked.
I'm sure Karen would. Karen's an excellent resource. She's done it for a lot of years. She has tremendous knowledge. And the biggest thing that Karen brings to it is the history. She understands the history of the game. Yeah. So the other position, now that I read what it was, VP Admin as well, very integral part of our association for policy and procedure, and we need help.
Yeah. Chip in. There's always room for volunteers, jobs big and small. Last one, if you still want to get your kids registered for Thompson Minor Hockey, what do you do?
You go to the website, contact our registrar, Eliza Moore. Her contact information's on the website. We'll always take kids, never say no. We want them out skating and enjoying the game. And yeah, you can just go to the website, contact her. Gladly we'll take them.
Drop off some cash and you're in. Matt Steeves, President of Minor Hockey. This is a Minor Hockey Moment. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Bruce.
Chase Muswagon, Branden Hill joining me on 2-on-1. Guys, we didn't quite get the win this past weekend, but some excellent games, got some offense going. How do you think the team played?
I think we played pretty good, but we just didn't come up with the outcome that we wanted to.
Sad but true, especially Friday night, firing hard, lots of goals, but just couldn't quite get her done. You guys are both from the PAW. How's the move been so far?
I don't know, got used to it pretty fast. Hanging out with the boys at home, so it's pretty good.
So far, so good. Feel like you're fitting in school too?
Yeah, getting used to it, yeah.
Very good. You, same? School's all right?
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
No complaints. What's, other than your rink and hanging out with your billets, what's your favorite place in Thompson?
Probably Doug's. I go there. That's the only other place I go, rather than the rink and at home.
Browsing around, look at hockey stuff.
Pretty
I like
much,
it. Yeah.
Probably Tim's. I can go there a lot.
That's a good one.
Change your answer?
Yeah, probably Tim's then. Yeah.
2-on-1, we're going to pick on you, Branden, just a little bit, ask you some questions, and maybe try to turn up the heat on you just a little bit. I'll start you with an easy one. What'd you have for breakfast today? Tell me you had breakfast.
I had fruit snacks for breakfast.
All right, at least you had something.
What's your favorite singer or band?
Favorite singer? I don't know. Cody Simpson.
Really? All right. Your favorite's your favorite. No judging in music. That's just kind of how it is. If you could spend an afternoon with one NHLer, who would it be?
Probably Drew Doughty.
Oh, yeah? How come?
He throws chirps out there and he looks like a funny guy.
I agree. I think he'd be a fun guy to hang with.
Yeah.
Facebook or Twitter?
I go on Twitter. I never go on Facebook.
Do you have a Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too. It seems like it's dying, though. You? Facebook or Twitter?
Probably Twitter.
Facebook is gone. I think my grandma's the only one that's still on there. It's sad but true. What have I got for you? What is something you're not good at?
Dancing. I suck at dancing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Seen him try?
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
What do you like on your pizza?
Meat lovers.
Meat lovers, where do you stand on the pineapple on pizza?
Don't even get me started.
It's the best.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is. 100%.
Shouldn't even be on pizza.
I love it. I'm right there with the pineapple. Let me hit you with one last one. What's something you're not good at other than dancing?
Hockey. No, just kidding.
Singing. I can't sing.
No, not one bit. Terrible. Did terrible at Rookie Idol. You got one more, or are we good?
I think I'm good.
You good? Last one, black tape or white?
Black.
You got to go black. Always black. Thanks, boys. Chase Muswagon, Branden Hill, a couple guys from the PAW, right here on 2-on-1. Yeah, that's it. It's over. That's another Northstars Show. That one's in the books. It's episode 4 of season 7, all done. I want to thank Jamie Valentino for telling us what just happened here. Just like the Gretzky brothers, highest scoring brothers in Northstar history. Justin and Jordan got the bulk of the goals, but Jamie's going to catch up with them. Great job on the opening with him. Chase Muswagon and Branden Hill, 2-on-1. Couple guys from the PAW. It was great chatting with them. And Matthew Steeves, President of Minor Hockey. Again, a great chance for us to check in with him on Minor Hockey Moment, telling us all about what the season's going to hold. We've got Manitoba games coming up. We've got numbers starting to rise. They're still taking people, so get down to their website and get signed up with them. Want to thank Coach James Buchanan as well. Always positive, always great to chat with him. And the new swag, he looks good in the sweatshirt. Come on down and check it out. They're playing Southwest this weekend, so we've got Yellowhead this weekend. So we got 2 games Friday night and Saturday night. We're doing the Friday-Saturday combination again. Congratulations to Kean Weeson. Goaltender was Player of the Week, Defensive Player of the Week for the whole AAA Midget League last week. He hurt his finger. Hopefully we'll see him back here. If not, we got Melstead and Zox. It's going to be a great weekend. Come on down. Check it all out right here at the CA Nesbitt Arena. I'm Bruce Krentz for Paul Anderson. This is the Northstars Show.